Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how to find the slope of a graph, similar to the problems you see up on the screen here. We're going to be using the rise over run method. There is another way to do this using the slope formula, so if you want to check that out, I will link that in the description below. Just a reminder, this is the full lesson version of this video, so we're going to go step by step, look at a bunch of examples. If you want the short version, where we just cover the main ideas pretty quickly, I will link that as well in the description. Lastly, before attempting this lesson, you should know how to reduce fractions already, or else have a calculator that can do it for you. So when you say the word slope, a lot of people might think of ski slopes or snowboarding slopes. And just like on a ski slope, there's different ways to talk about the difficulty, right? So it might be a black diamond or a blue or whatever. And that tells you something about the slope. Well, the same is true for mathematics, okay? When you talk about the slope of a line, the number tells you basically how steep the line is, or the tilt of the line, okay? So let's see how this works. So we're going to be using rise over run. And so you have two dots on the graph here, 0, -2, 4, 1. And we're going to start from 0, -2, and let's count up. So 1, 2, 3. So I do a 3 rise. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. I do a 4 run. Notice that, when we're going up towards the positive. Okay, so this is a positive 3. And notice that when we go to the right, look at this, look at these numbers here, right? These are positive numbers. When we go to the right, we're going towards the positive. So this is 3 over 4. Now, what if you had looked at this a little bit differently? For example, what if you said that you wanted to start from 4, 1. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I went too far down. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3 down. So we did a 3 fall, or 3 down. And then we went 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Okay? And so now you need to think of this as, all right, down, falling. Okay, if we're going down, that's negative. So this is -3. And if we're going to the left, right, as you go to the left on a number line, they're more negative. So now this is -3 divided by -4. If you know your positives and negatives, negative divided by negative is still just a positive. So it doesn't matter how you look at this. You can start from either coordinate. You should get the same answer. Also, I should have reminded us, M stands for slope. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, you should have gotten -1. I started from the top and went down, so I went 4 down, 4 right. So that is -4 over +4, which is just -1. You could have said I went 4 up and 4 left. That would give you +4 over -4, still give you the same answer. And for the second problem, you should have gotten -1/3, -1/3 for your slope. Okay, for these 2 types of problems, okay, these are, this problem on the left is what we call a horizontal line. It's flat from left to right. Think of the horizon. And on the right, we have what's called a vertical line, or up and down. Okay. And now, for a horizontal line, if you do rise over run, okay, this graph, so we're doing rise over run, it doesn't rise or go down, right? It doesn't go up or down, right? From this coordinate to this coordinate, it didn't go up. So your rise is 0 over your run, which would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 0 divided by 3 is just 0. And this is true for any horizontal line. The slope is always 0. Always, always, always. Okay, doesn't matter where it is on the graph, a horizontal line has a slope of 0. For a vertical line, okay, we would go 1, 2 down. So this is 2 down. And then how far left or right do we go? Well, we don't go left or right. Okay, so it's just a 0. Well, negative 2 divided by 0, anything divided by 0 is undefined. Okay, and for any vertical line, the slope is always undefined. So you should be able to look at a horizontal line. I mean, you can do the rise over run, but we need to know that horizontal is 0, vertical is undefined. All right, it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first one, if you did rise over run, you should have gotten a slope of 0 for a horizontal line, and for the vertical line, you should have gotten undefined. Undefined. Okay, for this last type of problem, you'll notice that they don't give you the numbers on the graph, all right? So you need to pick your coordinates, and the way you pick coordinates is it needs to be where does the green line hit the corner of the grid? For example, here, at this point, the corner and the green and the corners hit exactly. Or here, okay, the corner and the corners and the green line. Or here, or here, or here. Okay, you can choose any of these points, but you need to make sure that you pick ones where they hit exactly. And now you can do your rise over run. And we need to talk about, this is a scaled graph, okay? You'll notice that, 1 to the right is not 1, it's actually 3. So when we count up, we need to count by 3s. So 3, 6, 9. So I go 9 rise or up, and 3 to the right. Both of those are positive, so this is 9 over 3, which is just 3 for our slope. All right, it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For this first problem, here are all the points you could have chosen, and you should have gotten -1/2 for your final answer. Notice that you have to reduce the answer of -4 over 8 to -1/2. And for the second problem, you should have gotten a slope of 1 over 5. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.